reluctantly crouched at the starting line, engines pumping and thumping.
Everyone, it's Sam, your Friday's host, and I just wanted to take a second to apologize for how I've been on the channel lately. I feel like I make an excuse every single time that I don't make a video, and I want to try and really hold myself accountable. I really do love and care about this channel, and I pride myself on being an attentive and detail-oriented person. But with that being said, I have lacked a lot, and I haven't put the energy into this channel that I should be doing, and I want to just really apologize. I'm not going to feed you any excuses, because I've missed more than 1 week. I've missed quite a few, so I really want to make an effort to post more and not have any excuses. So with that being said, I'm sorry. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump into this week's topic. So this week's topic is siblings. First and foremost, I'll just tell you about mine. I have one sister. She's 12 years old. Her name is Amelia. And we don't live together, obviously. She lives back with my parents. We don't really get to talk as much as I would like us to. But I would say our relationship is... it's okay. It's not great and it's not bad. We are excited every time we do get to see each other. And I'd say she's pretty supportive of me. I didn't really come out to her. I didn't have a sit-down conversation with her, but I think she just picked up on it really quick between me and my parents. The only person I, formally came out to was my mother, and so my dad and my sister, kind of just picked up along, so I guess I'll give you a little bit of family dynamics. So my parents live in a town called Twin Falls, Idaho. So it's my mom, my dad, and my sister. They all live together in one roof, and then my dog Fallon. And then literally a few miles down the road is my two grandparents, my papa and my grandma. And they are married and they live together. We have a very infiltrated family dynamic in that they are basically just an extended part of my immediate family. We see them all the time. I see them every time I go home to visit my parents. My parents have dinner with them several times a week. We're all very close. So I just consider them just as much as my immediate family as my mom and my dad and my little sister. So anyway, back to siblings. I came out to my mom. My mom told my dad, and I think Amelia just gathered from my Instagram posts because she follows me on there. I do know one day she asked my mom if I was her brother or her sister, to which my mom just replied that I was her sibling, and Amelia was just like, okay. They do still struggle with gender-neutral pronouns with me, which is sometimes frustrating, but I let it go because I know that they come from a really great place. And I know that they love me, and I know that gender-neutral pronouns are hard for a lot of people. But I know they make an effort. My mom references they, them pronouns with me on Facebook, but I think in conversation it's a little more difficult. If I were to one day be like, hey, Amelia, I'm your brother now, I don't think she would have any issue with it. When I came out the first time as a lesbian, she was just like, okay, whatever. Your girlfriend's cool, I guess. I had a girlfriend at the time, so. Now, it's just, not a big deal. I think that, she knows she can ask me questions anytime she wants to. But she's also 12 years old, so I just don't know if if it's really on her radar or not. Any advice, I guess, for coming out to your siblings? Like I said, I had a unique experience with my little sister. I think it would just depend on how close you were to your siblings. I know that's shitty, but, if your parents, maybe come out to your parents first, if your parents support you, or come out to your siblings first so that you can have sibling support when you do come out to your parents. I think it just depends on how close you are and how comfortable you are and, age gaps and things and where they're at. Having a 12-year-old sister and me being 21 years old, there's a 9-year age gap. So, we don't get to talk a lot. But she is younger, so she does understand things quicker than a lot of older people do. But my family has been very, very cool about the whole thing, so I don't really have a lot to say about, maybe the trials and tribulations of coming out to people. Other than, like, play it by ear. Maybe, like, bait them and ask if they saw the Caitlyn Jenner interview, or if they watch Orange is the New Black and they've seen Laverne Cox on there, or if they saw Aiden Dowling's photo remake of Adam Levine's thing, or talk about it's cool that there's like F10 Magazine or Original Plumbing or whatever. Maybe bait the conversation and see how they feel if you aren't sure, and then go from there. I know it took me a while to get comfortable to talk about it, but now that everybody knows, it's really not a big deal. My sister noticed that my voice has gotten deeper when she came down for my college graduation, and it wasn't uncomfortable. It was just an observation that she had made, so they were all really cool about it. But yeah, I would just try and ease into conversation with them and do whatever's comfortable. If it's comfy to do via text, do it via text. If it's comfortable, do it via Skype or email or phone call or in person. Don't feel like you need to make it a big deal if you don't feel like it's a big deal. I never felt like it was a huge, huge deal. So I didn't make it one, and my family in turn hasn't made it a big deal. I set the boundary with them that I didn't really want to talk about it, and they respected that. But I also told them I would answer questions they had, which kind of seems like they bound like a not counterintuitive. What's the word? Not hypocritical either. I don't know. Telling them I don't want to talk about it, but then telling them that I had to answer questions can be confusing. But I think they know how to navigate that within themselves. So that's about it that I have for you guys this week. I will be posting next week. Next week I do start a new job, but it's not until Saturday. So I should be able to make a video just fine. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to making videos more and not being such a slacker. So I will see you all next week.